Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. So we're in Silverton, British Columbia, and we're just going to do a little drive around town here. I found a neat little spot, just kind of stumbled onto it. I didn't know it was there, but... So this is the highway that goes from New Denver down to Slocan. You just turn down 4th Street here, and there's a bit of a museum sort of thing on the right here, but we're just going to carry on straight. I was just trying to see if I could get to the water, but there's a little park down here, and I didn't know it was there. It didn't show up on my map. So there's Slocan Creek splits Slocan in 2 halves, and we're on the lower half there. Of course, no overnight parking in here, but it's just a neat little spot. Thought I'd stop and take a couple pictures, and it's kind of bonus stuff I didn't think I was going to use in the videos, but kind of figured I might as well. Slip Day Park. You can pause that if you want to try to read it or look it up online. So we're kind of looking south, kind of pan a little bit to the west on Slocan Lake. That's the little beach that's just out in front of us. That's looking straight south. Where the kind of the mountains are a little bit lighter color, that would be Slocan or Slocan City. Just around there. So back on 4th Street, we're just going to head back to the highway and head north. And then from there we're going to go to New Denver. Just a few miles up the road, not very far. Maybe about 5-10 minute drive. I mentioned in the previous videos that this area was pretty large mining area back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. They discovered silver initially. There's some gold deposits as well. Really nice little spot. Lots of places to explore around here. Lots of wildlife, lots of deer, lots of grizzly bear around here. I was actually, I think in the 90s I was staying, I was driving through here late at night, and there were so many deer crossing the road, it just wasn't very good time to drive, so I ended up stopping in New Denver and got a hotel for the night. It was probably about midnight or something, and it was just felt like I was eventually going to end up hitting a deer. There was just so many of them, and woke up in the morning to a grizzly bear trying to get into the dumpster just outside the window. But yeah, anyway, there's a lot of them around here, so if you're hiking and stuff, just take precautions. It's just one of the signs that the province of BC used to post on some of the highways and rest areas, and that give you a bit of an idea what the area is about. So you can pause that if you wanted to read it. This area gets a substantial amount of snow in the winter, but they're used to it, so they plow the roads pretty well. It's not like it's a surprise. They actually have equipment that deals with it. That's a bit of the rundown on New Denver. It's originally called El Dorado. Actually, there was a couple of little names that it was known for, I think even before that. And anyway, they eventually named it New Denver after it was kind of determined that most of the deposits around here were silver rather than gold, so El Dorado kind of fits a kind of a gold city more than it does a silver one. So Denver, with all of its famous mines, Denver, Colorado, silver mines, they decided they would name it New Denver. I don't really know my way around here. I just wanted to head down towards the lake as soon as I got into town. And there's actually a little camping area down here. And we'll kind of splits off, but we'll come back and go around to the other side here as well. There's a bit of a, I guess it's like a park, sports fields or something to the right that split the campground in half. So there's a big fielder to the right, and that's what I was talking about. This is where the boat launch is too, so that's why there's a trailer. We'll pull right into the boat launch so you can get a look at the lake. The scenery around here is pretty amazing. Lake is flat, calm. I don't know if you can see Silverton there just to the left. I think that might be Silverton. But way down straight ahead there, we're looking south, that would be Slocan City or Slocan. And this is Slocan Lake. But yeah, I think that might even have originally been a name for New Denver. They called it, just referred to it as Slocan. That was just for a few months. I think when they first made the discoveries, I think I remember reading that. And it was also called Carpenter Creek, which is the creek that comes out here. I think it was just referred to as that for a short period of time. So I don't know why people are still camping here. It's supposed to be, I looked it up, and I think camping's only till the end of September, and this is just the very beginning of October, so I don't know, maybe it's free when it's outside of the season. I don't know what the prices are during the summer months, but I think it opens beginning of May, like May 1st, goes till September 30th. So outside of those times, I don't know, maybe you could get away with camping there for free. We're just going to go to the left here. Now up here on the right is kind of a famous spot, or infamous. I think it was originally some kind of a tuberculosis ward or something, but it ended up becoming a Japanese internment camp. Nikkei Internment Center. So that's it there on the right. So I don't know the area well enough, but somewhere down here they had the sternwheeler docks. Could have been on the other side of town. There's a little bit more on the other side of the creek. But they bring the sternwheelers in and then later attach a barge with rail cars on it, transporting silver ore and some gold ore in that south. Eventually smelted in places like Trail and stuff like that. But this is the other part of the campground. So we're just on the south side of the creek there. And there's a lot more of the town that we're not going to see. And I suspect the other side of the creek is where the sternwheeler docks were. So that's Carpenter Creek. I didn't want to disturb anybody in here camping by just driving around, so I just turned around here. But you can kind of see it's a nice little spot to camp, and they've got washrooms here right there. And this is, I'm turning around in the dump station. So nice little spot right in town, walking distance to everything. Yeah, so this internment camp here on the left, that was also where they were sending the Doukhobor children that back in the 50s, that they were taking away from their homes because they weren't, people weren't sending them to school. They didn't, I guess they were called Freedomites or Sons of Freedom. They didn't want to abide by any of the laws in Canada, didn't feel like they had to, and didn't feel like they should send their kids to school and a bunch of other things. Anyway, so unfortunately they took the kids away from their parents and their families, and between 1953 and 59, I think noted here that it was 170 kids passed through there. But anyway, you can look that up if you want. I mentioned it in a previous video. We were at a community that had kind of reminded me of that. But anyway, New Denver is got a lot of things going on. I think they were trying to do some kind of big resort here a couple of years ago, or a year ago or something, maybe a couple of years ago. Some kind of four-season recreational thing, and an old mine site called Zinkton, I think it was, something like that. Anyway, but we're just going to go up here a little bit, and this is where we're going to be turning is going to be Highway 31, and that's what heads over to Kaslo. That's also where you'll be going if you go to Sandon, which we'll be doing in a future video here. But other than that, this will probably be where we'll end this one. Thank you for watching, and like, subscribe, all that stuff. And other than that, I'll catch you on the next one.